Hey friends, welcome back to Magus of the Frog. Hope you're having a lovely day. Today's Wednesday, and we're playing the upgraded version of yesterday's budget Golgari Deathtouch deck. So this deck, we're still going to be utilizing the Vraska joins up. This is kind of what I'm centering the build around, and less so on the Deathtouch that it gives, and more so on the legendary creatures connecting and drawing us a card is what I really want to maximize here. So when we look at our legendary creatures here for our 1-drops, we got Tiny Bones, great into curving into Vraska joins up, but also has the added utility of casting stuff from our opponent's graveyard. We've got Finn the Fangbearer here. This was part of the budget list last time, and then we added 2 new legendaries in the 2 mana value slot here. We've got Bristly Bill allowing us to put +1/+1 counters on creatures, and then Vadmir allowing us to put +1/+1 counters on Vadmir, and eventually growing into a difficult to block Menace and Lifelinker. So great synergy here between Bristly Bill and Vadmir. For our 3-drops, we are still playing Glissa Sunslayer and Honest Rutstein. Great creatures here, great legendaries that work really well with the deck. Honest Rutstein allowing us to buy back creatures and discount future creatures. And then to top off our curve here, we got Sheoldred. This was part of the build last time, and the new addition is Thrun. Great if we can give it Deathtouch with Vraska joins up, and just very difficult to remove for the opponent. In terms of interaction, we've got 3 copies of Cut Down, 2 copies of Go for the Throat, 3 copies of Nowhere to Run, and 2 copies of Hunter's Talent. So 10 cards here dedicated to removal spells. And then our lands here, we're playing 24 lands here. We're finally getting rid of the tap lands that was causing us a lot of troubles from the budget version. The only tap lands that we have is Restless Cottage, and that makes sense because this also doubles up as a creature and can also gain us life with the food tokens it creates, so worth the tap land. In our sideboard here, just a hodgepodge of different Golgari cards. We got Terra Sunder to deal with problematic artifacts or enchantments. We've got Leyline of the Void just to deal with graveyard strategies. You know, you can also probably play stuff like Scavenging Ooze or Ghost Vacuum, Soul Guide Lantern. I'm just opting for the very convenient Leyline of the Void here. We're also playing Duress against Control or Spell Heavy decks, Anoint with Affliction, great against aggressive decks. We've got Blot Out, great against high casting cost creatures or planeswalkers. And then Gix's Command is sort of our board wipe against go wide strategies. So yeah, this is the deck. I feel like it's a bit more optimized, so obviously, than the budget version. But I also think that the card quality of this deck is just significantly better now that we've added a lot more rares. And yeah, let's see how we do. I'm going to run this through the traditional standard event once more. That's 5 rounds. Yeah, just see if this upgraded version can snag more wins than we did yesterday. All right, guys, hit that like button, drop a comment. We'd love to hear from you, and your subscription would be heavenly. Nevertheless, just happy that you're here. So I'll see you round 1. Let's get it. Okay, round 1 here. We're on the draw. This looks like a keepable hand. We have some removal spells, and we have some really good cards here. Okay, looks like we're against a red aggressive deck here. Might be mono red. Alright, well, we'll play a land here. We'll go Nowhere to Run something, and then Glissa Sunslayer next turn. Okay, let's see if they have Monstrous Rage here. Looks like they do, so we're gonna Nowhere to Run. And then we're going to be taking 3 here. And then we'll play Glissa Sunslayer. Hopefully this can buy us a lot of time. Okay, Screaming Nemesis. We're gonna probably block that. Yeah. They get to deal 3 damage to us, but, or kill the Glissa. But at least that way we can Rutstein and then play Glissa. No, we can't. We need 1 more mana. So I think we'll just do Vadmir into Vraska joins up. Looks like they had a shock here. We're gonna get hit for a lot of damage. Yikes. Okay, well, this is a bit awkward. Okay, thankfully we drew a cut down there. So let's cut down the Hired Claw. And then we'll Rutstein back Glissa here. Then I'll play Restless Cottage. Here's a Hired Claw. They're probably not going to attack here unless they have Monstrous Rage. Okay, so I can't really attack either, so I think we're just gonna go Glissa Sunslayer and then play this and pass. Well, they're finally gonna go for this, and it looks like they had a Witchstalker's Frenzy. We can block the Emberheart Challenger here, and then we'll take 2 here. Okay. So I can Restless Cottage plus gain life here. I think that's probably the best that we can do. And then hope that they don't draw... Oh wait, they have 5 damage already. Whoops. Okay, they don't have 5 damage if they do this, right? No, they still do. Yeah. Okay. So we just stumbled a bit too much there. We're gonna have to bring in more removal spells. So Anoint with Affliction is great. And we can take out something expensive like Thrun. The Gix's Command is something to consider because it does give the potential lifelink. Blot Out is also something we can consider, given that this can deal with Screaming Nemesis. But honestly, I think we're gonna try and keep our curve low here. Yeah, I'll still keep Shieldred because that's an easy way to gain life. Alright. Okay, game 2, on the play. This is a nowhere to run into Glissa. So I think that's a keep. We can always get back Glissa with Honest Rutstein. Looks like they have a 1-drop here. It's a Hired Claw. And I think I'll just pass here. If they move to attacks, then I'll kill the Hired Claw. think I messed up my timing there. I was supposed to do that before they did something here. Yeah, kind of messed that up. But we at least get to play Glissa here. We have Anoint with Affliction next turn. We also have Honest Rutstein if they are able to deal with Glissa here. It looks like they had the Witchstalker's Frenzy. Okay, well, given that I drew Tiny Bones there, I think I'm just gonna double spell here. And then hope we can finally stabilize. Okay, they deal with the shock here. I'm gonna block. Okay. Well, I think I'd rather double spell again. So let's Honest Rutstein, getting back Tiny Bones. And then I'll play Tiny Bones. Okay, here comes an Emberheart Challenger. And they have the Hired Claw. Okay. Great that we drew a land there. I think I'm gonna play Glissa. And then I need to start attacking here. So I'll attack with these two. Yeah. So I'll attack with these two. Then we can play one of their creatures here. So I'll go with the Hired Claw. Okay, well, yikes. They drew a Manifold Mouse there. And they're gonna Offspring it, so we kind of have to kill this Challenger. Let's see. Thankfully, we drew nowhere to run there. That's really good. I think we kind of have to be aggressive here. So I'm just going to attack with everything. Okay, if this is the case, I think we'll let damage happen first. I'll draw a card. Okay, Finn is nice there. And then I think I have to kill their Manifold Mouse. So let's go Finn. And then pass. There's another Hired Claw. Okay. All right. Giving that what? Double strike? Okay, if this is the case, I'm just gonna kill one of their hired claws here. I don't know if they want to do this. So this saves the most damage. Okay, so I don't want to go to 4 because they likely have Burst Lightning. But we'll attack here. Yeah, we're gonna take the risk. We'll go Tiny Bones, Bristly Brill, and then pass the turn here. Burst Lightning kills us. Ooh, did they draw the Monstrous Rage? Oh, okay. That's game. Alright, sweet. Okay, so on the draw, how does this change? I don't think much changes. I guess the only other thing is maybe Gix's command would be good against them. So we'll do that instead of Shouldered. Okay, let's try it. Okay, game 3. Unfortunately, we can't keep this hand, so we're gonna mulligan. Okay, this is better. So we're gonna keep this, and I'll put away the tap land. Okay, here's a hard claw, so we'll go Tiny Bones. Here's an Emberheart Challenger. I think we'll block the Challenger. Okay, we'll play Finn here. This one avoids a shock. It does die to Witchstalker's Frenzy though. But at least that's not being used on our Glissa. Okay, here's another Hired Claw. Looks like they might have a Monstrous Rage here if they're attacking. Or a Shock. Okay. Well, I'm okay with this because only one tramples over and we get to kill the Hired Claw. And then it looks like we can play the Sunslayer here. They didn't have a land last turn to play Witchstalker's Frenzy. Okay, and they can't really attack. So we're kind of... Let's see, we can go Vraska joins up, or we can double kill spell. I think we'll double kill spell here. Yeah. This reduces the amounts of threats that they have. And we get to connect here, drawing a card. Okay, Rutstein is great because we can get back either Finn or Tiny Bones. Okay. I think we still attack here. Okay, land. So we'll go Rutstein. And I think I'll get Finn. just because Finn has more toughness here. Okay, here's a Swift Spear. Alright, I think I'll go Vraska joins up. And then attack with everybody? Looks like they did have the Witch Stalker Frenzy. Okay, we get to draw a card here. Okay, very nice because we drew Hunter's Talent. Okay, so I guess we play Vadmir first. And then we Hunter's Talent. Okay, we're gonna level this up. And then we're going to attack here. We're gonna give Vadmir Trample. Okay. We get to draw a card here from Finn. And then we get to level this up, drawing us a card. Ooh, and we drew a cut down, so we have a lot of our bases covered here. I think this is starting to run away from our opponent. Okay. I can cut down here. They can possibly save it, but yeah, this might be too much for our opponent to deal with here. Yeah, and then yeah, this is just too much, I think. Okay, here's an Emberheart Challenger. But we get to go for the throat here. Alright, GG's. Able to secure a win here against the mono red deck. They did kind of get screwed by not drawing enough lands. Sweet. Alright, I'll see you next round. Okay, second round here. This looks like a keep. It would be nice if we can Tiny Bones into Vraska joins up here. Oh, great that we drew a land that doesn't hurt us. So I'll start off with Tiny Bones. Okay, this might be... okay, Dimir deck. Alright, well, I think I'm still gonna try and Vraska joins up here. If they use a removal spell on Tiny Bones, excuse me, then that's one less removal spell for our creatures here. It looks like it was a Drowner instead of a removal spell. So let's see if this is a Kaito. Okay, no Kaito. I think we're just gonna Glissa here then. Then do they have another Drowner here? Okay. Entity Tracker. So this might be Dimir Nightmare. Okay, they're playing Storm Chaser's Talent. And then nowhere to run. Oh, I see. Okay, so if they have something like fear of isolation, that can be really problematic. So I'm kind of tempted to... Yeah, I'm tempted to not attack here. Am I willing to trade with either of these? I might be. Yeah, let's see what they're willing to trade. Okay, so they trade with that, and I think I'll go for the throat on the entity tracker. It's just too good if they have something like Fear of Isolation, returning their Storm Chaser's talent, or their Nowhere to Run. Okay, there's an Unholy Annex, so a bit of a different build here than what I'm used to seeing. So we'll go Honest Rutstein. I think we'll get back Tiny Bones. And then we'll Finn and Tiny Bones. So Finn can at least block the Drowner quite nicely. But our opponent does have a fistful of cards in their hand, so it's very likely they have a removal spell here. Looks like they didn't have a land. Interesting. So they just have all gas in their hand? Man, that's going to be rough to try and navigate through then. Okay. Nowhere to run. Let's see, I'm going to go to attacks. See if they have another Flood Pits Drowner here. Okay, they don't, so I think I'll just attack with our creatures here. They're gonna trade there. I'm okay with that. You get to draw a card. Ooh, and we drew another Tiny Bones. Okay, so we'll start off with Glissa Sunslayer, just in case they have the You Must Pay 2. Okay, no, they didn't. Then how about Tiny Bones? Okay, not sure what our opponent has then. Okay, if this is what they're playing, then I will know where to run this. Really don't want them drawing cards. Let's see. Okay, they had the fourth land that they missed last turn. So Fear of Isolation can get back Nowhere to Run. Okay, so they did have the Fear of Isolation here. It looks like they're gonna go for the Glissa. Okay, Vraska joins up. Can't really use that, so I'm inclined to just use Restless Cottage here. Yeah. And then we'll attack with everything. I think we'll exile. I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay, they're gonna go for the Rutstein there, allowing us to draw quite a few cards. Okay. So, we're both at 7. I have more mana than they do, but they have more cards than we do. Looks like this is another Fear of Isolation. Okay. Going to go for Finn here. They're at 5. Can I kill them? I can Bristly Bill, but I can't Restless Cottage. I can also... Well, they're gonna block, right? So if they're gonna block, I think Restless Cottage is the game plan here. Yeah. Okay, they're down to 1. And then we're just gonna keep up a food token. They need to play a demon in order to survive the ritual chamber. I mean, the unholy annex. So they need a second black source to cast ritual chamber. Okay, doesn't look like they have it. I'm just gonna use this now. Interesting. Well, I guess they did that so that they can kill their unholy annex, right? So I think we'll just utilize our mana here. And then present a lot of lethal threats. Okay, entity tracker. They need one more blocker. They can't use this Thran portal. Okay. So I think we might get there. So we'll Restless Cottage, and then we'll cut down the entity tracker, and then attack. They can't really play a spell here because Thran Portal deals damage to them. Okay. So we're able to win that one. I'm not sure if Duress is good here. It probably is. I mean, they do have a lot of creatures. It's stuff like this that would be good to Duress, though. They're enchantments. Let's see. Thrun can be good against them. I think Gix's command might be too expensive. I like Nowhere to Run. Cut down. Go for the throat. Hunter's Talent's pretty good. Yeah, I can see us going down 1. Vraska joins up. Bring in the Duress, and then I'll take out 1 land here. Yeah, since we're on the draw. Maybe Anoint with Affliction is better than Duress. We'll just have to be mindful of counter spells. Yeah, let's try this. Okay, game 2 here. This looks like a keepable hand. We got Tiny Bones, we got removal spells. Okay, we'll play Tiny Bones. Okay, here is a Storm Chaser's talent. I think this means we just play out Vadmir here. And I don't think I'll trade. Okay, they play a swamp. They put Thran Portal on blue. Okay. If they have... This town ain't big enough. I think we just go Vraska joins up. And then... yeah, I think we attack here. Okay, they're gonna let us draw a card here. Okay, cut down's great. This might be an entity. Okay, it is the entity tracker. Luckily, we do have the removal spell for it. Okay. So, I think we have to kill the entity tracker here. We can do Vadmir into Go for the Throat. Or we can do play a Glissa and then cut down the entity tracker. No, I think I'm going to use our mana efficiently here. And then they can start looping the this town ain't big enough, but they have to use all of their mana for it. Okay, they're gonna do Withering Torment. This looks like another this town ain't big enough? Or a Fear of Isolation. Okay, a Fear of Isolation. Thankfully, we have the cut down for that. So I can do Finn plus double cut down. Or Glissa plus 1 cut down. I think I'll do Glissa plus 1 cut down here. Okay, pass the turn. So now they can start looping this town ain't big enough, and that's gonna be a huge problem. Okay, so what do I do next here? They can play Storm Chaser's talent, play level it up, and then if they have another land, they can get this town ain't big enough. So I might have to Restless Cottage here and just remove it from the graveyard. Yeah, I think that's the best way to really get out of this hole. It's a start. We also make a food token, which can mitigate some of the damage here from these otters. Ooh, and fortunately that's game. Okay, so we got ordered out here. Okay, so otters were their winning strategy there. I think we might have to bring in the duresses now and start removing things like anoint. No, I think we'd have to remove something like Thrun or Shieldred. We'll keep Thrun because it's difficult for them to deal with. And then might have to bring in Terra Sunder here just to deal with their Storm Chaser's talent. Let's try this. Okay, game 3 on the play. Okay, this is nice because we get to Tiny Bones into Vraska or Finn. Okay, we'll go Tiny Bones. Okay, so we are clear to Vraska joins up here. But I think I'm going to Finn instead. So let's attack here. We'll put 2 poison counters on them. Next turn, we can either Glissa or Honest Rutstein if they kill one of our creatures here. Okay. So this looks like they might have a removal spell. So let's move to attacks here. If they kill Finn... Oh, okay. They're going for this, which I think we're gonna go no attacks. And then I'm going to just play Glissa here. Would love to draw an untapped green source here so we can double spell. Okay, we didn't draw it, but I think we're gonna go... Yeah, I think we're gonna go Hunter's Talent. Then I'm gonna go Finn, targeting Drowner here. Okay. Well, we get to attack with Tiny Bones here. You get to put 2 poison counters on them. Didn't have an untapped land to play the Drowner there. Okay. So we can go for the throat this. Or I can Vraska's Joins up and draw a card. I think I had to save the Go for the Throat for the Ritual Chamber. Yeah. I can also just Honest Rutstein here. Yeah, that might be better. It's just more mana efficient. Okay, let's attack with Finn first. Okay, they're gonna block. Okay. I'm gonna Honest Retstein here, getting back the Sunslayer. Pass the turn. Really need an untapped green source, so we can start double spelling. Looks like they might have a Fear of Isolation. Or a This Town Ain't Big Enough. If it's a This Town Ain't Big Enough, they can't really... Ooh, great that we drew an untapped green source there. Because I think this means we get 2 Vraska joins up. And then let's attack all here. I'm going to keep up Go for the Throat. Very nice. Okay. So this could be game. Because these are all Death Touchers, and we'll put 6 poison damage on them. Very nice. Okay, not bad. 2 games in the bag. I'll see you round 3. Okay, round 3 here. This looks like a keepable hand. It's just unfortunate that we have some pain lands here, so we're going to be taking some damage. But it's good that we have a removal spell. So let's see what our opponent's playing. Looks like a Gruul deck here. So we'll start off with Tiny Bones. Okay, looks like they're going to just pump up the Heartfire hero here. We can Hunter's Talent here to kill it, or go for the throat. I think since this is a sorcery speed, we're gonna go with this. And then I don't think I'll attack, just in case they have a hasty creature here. Okay, they did have a hasty creature. We do have the Go for the Throat for that. And I will trade this because we do have Rutstein to get back Tiny Bones. Okay, Shouldered is nice. I think Rutstein's probably the play here just because it's mana efficient. Even though I do want to kill this Heartfire hero before it grows too big. Okay, they're playing Manifold Mouse. That's very scary. So we have to unfortunately take this, right? Am I willing to take 6? I don't want to take 6, so I'll just block there. Okay, so the problematic creature really is the Manifold Mouse. So I think I will Tiny Bones here and then go for the Throat the Manifold Mouse before they untap with Snakeskin Veil. Okay, here's an Emberheart Challenger. If they attack all, I guess I have to kill the Heartfire hero. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I'm gonna be taking 3 more damage. And then my only hope is maybe we can get somewhere with this Shieldred. Yeah, we'll be mana efficient here and play Shieldred. We're gonna be down to 4. Ooh. Yeah. It's unfortunate that we take damage there, so the pain lands that we had at the beginning of our um ooh, and they had a questing druid too. Okay, yeah. This plus Monstrous Rage. Yeah, that's unfortunately game because they can just play their hasty creature here and Monstrous Rage whatever we don't block. Okay. Well, nothing we can do about it. We're just gonna go to the second game here. So I won't even bother blocking. Alright, so another aggressive deck here, this time in the Gruul color, so Anoint with Affliction would be nice. Thrun might be too slow. Same with Shieldred. I'd rather do Blot Out. And then I think Bristly Bill is maybe not that good against them. I'm not quite sure. Maybe the only other thing is I would like some more life gain. But if they are able to connect with a Screaming Nemesis, then the life gain that we have are are pretty high in the mana curve. Hmm. Yeah, I think we'll just run it like this. We'll play low curve here, and hopefully we just keep a good hand with removal. Okay, game two. We're on the play. This might have too many lands, unfortunately. Yeah, let's mulligan here. Okay, this is much better. We can keep this, and I'll just put back the redundant copy of Finn. And then I'll start with Restless Cottage here. Okay, they didn't play a 1-drop, so we'll go with Finn here. And then hopefully we can Hunter's Talent plus Keep Up Cut Down. Ooh, okay. Happy to kill a Manifold Mouse here. So let's Vadmir cut down and then attack for 1 here, putting 2 poison counters on them. We can kill something with Hunter's Talent or Anoint with Affliction, and that will grow the Vadmir. Okay, there's a Paw Patch Recruit. That means we get to Hunter's Talent. We'll do Finn to patch. And then they'll get a 2/2. And then I guess we'll keep back the Finn. Yeah, we'll keep back the Finn. I don't think we're going to kill them with poison counters. So I'd rather play defensively here. Okay, we can use Anoint with Affliction there. So I'll block here. Even if they Monstrous Rage it, we get to kill it because we have Deathtouch. Okay. Well, to be mana efficient here, I can blot out. And then we only need... Oh, okay, so they're doing this so that we don't gain any more life. But I am kind of okay with that. We have a removal spell here. We have a 5/5. So Witchstalker's Frenzy is something to keep in mind here. They exiled lands from their questing druids, so that kind of works out well for us. Okay. Well, I can put a lot of pressure here by doing Restless Cottage. So I think that's what we'll do. We won't really be able to utilize the food token, but looks like that was enough to make our opponent concede there. Okay, so on the draw, the one thing I can see us doing is bringing in Duress, but if they have a creature heavy hand, that's not very good. So I think we'll just have to play the board instead of trying to disrupt their hand. Yeah, because I don't think Duress is better than any of our 3-drops here. I guess technically, since we're on the draw and we're at 24 lands and we have a pretty low curve here, we can go down some lands to bring in the Duress. And 22 lands should be enough to manage this curve here. I guess Demolition Field is not something we would want, and I'd rather have these basics. Okay, let's try this. Okay, game 3, can't keep this, no lands. Okay, we can keep this. I think we can put back any of these lands here, so we'll go to Forest. Looks like our opponent has a play here. We'll go Restless Cottage. Okay, our opponent is probably keeping up a removal spell, so we're just gonna have to eat it here. Okay, no removal spell, but a questing druid. They revealed some lands, so hopefully that means good news for us. If they play something like Screaming Nemesis, we do have the blot out for it. I think I'm willing to trade here. Yeah, if they're gonna do Questing Druid... So we can go Tiny Bones plus Blot, plus Hunter's Talent. And I think I'll kill the Heartfire hero while it's pretty small right now. Okay, here's a Hired Claw. Ooh, and they had a Scorching Shot. We can thankfully kill this Questing Druid with this blot out. Ooh, and we had the cut down here, so that works out. The only issue is if they have a Monstrous Rage, I'd rather do it on our turn, so they can't save the so they can't do additional damage with the Hired Claw there. Okay, they didn't play anything here, so we're gonna Restless Cottage. And then let's exile one of these. Get a food token. Ooh, we got really lucky there that they only got lands from that. Okay, so I think... I think I'm going to invest in the future here by leveling this up. And then using Blot Out to kill their druid here. If they don't do anything, I'm happy to take the damage and then just gain life. Okay, Honest Rutstein is super good here. I'll get back, I think, Vadmir. Our opponent likely has a removal spell. Ooh, looks like they're flooding out. Okay. I think we have to take this. So I'll block here. And then we have... Yeah, let's blot out here so we get to commit a crime. And then we'll attack here. Hit them for 4. And then we have Anoint with Affliction for their Manifold Mouse. Okay, they're gonna do that. And this is just going to be game for them, because we have the Anoint. Okay, so I think we're gonna level this up so we draw a card. And we can go for lethal next turn. Oh, removal spell is great there. This is sorcery speed only. Oh, nice. And they didn't draw anything. So we got really lucky there because for several turns in a row, the Questing Druid only revealed lands, and this is quite a lot of lands for the Gruul deck to draw. So we got quite lucky there, but thankfully we managed to win. All right, nice. So 3-0, we'll go to the next round. Okay, round 4 here. I don't know what our opponent's playing, so I'm just gonna keep this. We do have a curve of Bristly Bill into Honest Rutstein. Okay, looks like we're playing against a Vinelasher deck. So, is it better to start with Vadmir or Bristly Bill? I think Vadmir, because when we play Bristly Bill, we want to have a landfall trigger. Okay, they had the Edict, but thankfully we have Rutstein here. So is this a mono black Vinelasher deck? Okay. Golgari colors. Very cool. So we'll take 1 more damage here, down to 16. And I think we just Honest Rutstein here. Yeah. Getting back the Vadmir. Okay, our opponent had another Edict here. I think we're okay with that. So Nowhere to Run will be good against the Vinelasher. We can't really utilize Bristly Bill properly here. I would have loved to put the counter on Vadmir, but it is what it is. Let's make this a 3-3 just in case that puts it out of what do you call it? Cut down range. And then I'll play Vadmir here. So this is Offspring 2, so they can play some more Vinelashers here. They might have landfall mechanic or sub-theme here. Ooh, okay, I think I want to keep Bristly Bill. Okay, Thrun is super good here, and I think that's what we'll do. Make this into a 4/4. It looks like they have some sort of spell up. I'm gonna just play Thrun though. And then might as well attack. I think they have something like Snakeskin Veil or Overprotect. Okay, here comes a Hydra. It gets to grow here. Okay. So let's see. I think we'll go Restless Cottage. I'll put the counter here. And then if they block, we can just double the counters that we have in our creatures. Okay, they're... Let's see. If we double the counters here, we'll get to 13 damage, so it's not quite lethal. So I think I'll just play Finn here and keep up Nowhere to Run. Okay, looks like they are going to kill our Bristly Bill there. But this means they likely don't have lethal. I guess if they have... I might as well use this so that I can attack with Restless Cottage. Yeah, and I'll do it on the Llanowar Elves here because I think they're holding up a green instant. Okay. Well, I can also Honest Rutstein to get Bristly Bill. They have to block Thrun. So, Restless Cottage, I think, is just the better thing to do. Okay, yeah, it seems to be lethal. Okay, so against them, they are likely utilizing the Mossborn Hydra quite to be one of their finishers, so Anoint with Affliction will be good, as well as Blot Out and maybe Gix's Command. I think Shieldred might not be as good. And then maybe not Vadmir. Because we can't give Vadmir Deathtouch reliably. Then we'll go down one land. No, I don't think I can go one land with these 5 drops here. I think we'll just go -1 Tiny Bones. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, this looks like a keepable hand. We got plenty of removal. Oh, nice. It looks like they're not able to play a turn 1 play here. We get to keep up Nowhere to Runs. Okay, well, I think we're gonna just play out Finn here. This is likely going to eat a removal spell. Okay, they have Sheoldred's Edict. Okay, looks like they have Vinelasher there. So I'm inclined to play Tiny Bones and then kill one of these. Let's start with the Nowhere to Run, just to be mana efficient here. And then if we can clear the way, we can get their Vinelasher. But unfortunately, they had the removal spell. Okay, great that we drew Bristly Bill there. Let's see if they have a cut down. Okay, no cut down, but they do have some spell. They're a ways away from casting this Virtue. Okay, I'm okay killing this here. Even if they Snakeskin Veil it, we have nowhere to run. Okay, but if they do this, then it saves it. So it's indestructible, so we can't really block here. So we're gonna have to... Ooh, that's really good that we drew Vraska joins up. Because now we can draw a card. Tiny Bones. If they have another Tyvar stand, that's going to be really tricky. I think I'm going to invest in the future by playing Tiny Bones, though. Just so that we can cast stuff from their graveyard. Okay, they're about 1 mana away from playing this Virtue. Okay. Let's start off with Nowhere to Run. And then attack here. Drawing 2 cards. And casting their Vinelasher. And then, ooh, very nice. Able to get the concession from the opponent there. Yeah. By playing Tiny Bones there, we're going to be able to steal their Lasher, play a land, keep up, cut down, and then eventually start growing our team with Bristly Bill's activated ability. And if they played Virtue Persistence, there isn't really anything good. I guess they can get one of our creatures, but we have the removal for that. Alright, not bad. 4-0, so see you in the last boss. Okay, round 5 here. Last boss. Unfortunately, we can't keep this. Only 1 land. Okay, this is much better. I think we'll just put back the redundant copy of Tiny Bones here. Okay, our opponent mulled quite a lot there, and looks like they're playing an Authority of the Consuls. So I'm interested to see if they're like a hard control deck. Ooh, and they only had 1 land there. Okay, well, we'll play Vadmir here. And then attack with Tiny Bones. They can have something like Elspeth's Smite here. Okay. Pass a turn. See if they found a second land. Okay, they're playing the Orzhov colors. Okay, so we'll attack here. And then play the Restless Cottage and pass. They still haven't used their mana. They found a third land there. I'm interested to see if they are maybe just like a life gain deck. Okay, well, I think we'll go Thin here, and then keep up Cut Down. Okay, they're gonna take it. They do have some sort of instant, but I'm not sure what it might be. An Authority of the Consoles deck might play Sweepers, so I think this is about as much as I'll develop in the board. Then hopefully they give us some creatures that we can kill here, because we do have a lot of removal spells. Okay, it's a Banishing Light, so maybe they have a enchantment theme going on. I can cut down our own Finn in order to get it back with Rutstein, but that seems a bit too cute to do. Okay, Hunter's Talent. It can sort of help, but it's not really doing much. I'm just gonna play it because, like I said, I don't really want to start committing more stuff to the board here. Unless I know they're playing no sweepers. But the fact that they're playing Authority and Banishing Light tells me that they are some sort of control deck. Okay. Well, I'll just level this up and then attack here. Alright, looks like they're gonna take it. So they're gonna go down to 9. Looks like they might be thinking. Okay, they're gonna go down to 9 here. Okay, they now have Sunfall mana, but they're still not utilizing it. Okay. We'll play this. We'll attack. Looks like they have an Eerie Interference. So, a very hard control deck, it seems. And then, I think this means we just level this up. Okay, here's the Tiny Bones. So we finally have a target for our removal spells here. So let's do Cut Down. We'll grow the Vadmir. Okay, if they're gonna do this, we're just gonna play Nowhere to Run. Okay, very nice. We can give Vadmir the +1 here, and then draw a card from Hunter's Talent. And then we have Restless Cottage if they wipe the board here. Okay. Well, we have to go for the throat for that, so That should be game. Okay, so our opponent might be playing a combo deck here. And they're just playing control elements to protect the combo because Enduring Tenacity has some combos they can do with other uh, life gain cards. So I think I want Thrun. I think I want Shieldred. I think we want the Duress. And then we want stuff to exile their enchantments. So I think these Tear Asunders will go really well. Go for the throat, cut down, nowhere to run. Okay, so they're playing Surge of Salvation, so nowhere to run is something we should consider. I think cut down is probably our weaker interactive spell here. So let's board those out. I think Vraska joins up. We can go -1 and then -1 on the lands. Yeah, I think so. I guess they haven't really shown us stuff to do demolition field on, so I'll go -1 demolition field. Yeah, let's try this. Okay, game 2 here. I don't think this is a keepable hand. They're unlikely to play something early for us to know where to run. Okay, this is much better because we have the Terra Sunder. So we'll keep this, and I think I'll put away the nowhere to run. Oh, our opponent might have just mulliganed away some bad hands there and weren't happy with what they ended up with. So, oh well, we got the 5-0, not bad. Really happy with the way this budget deck ended up turning out as we upgraded it to its sort of full version. So let's look at the deck. I have been really impressed with Vraska joins up and all of these Deathtouch creatures. We didn't really get to utilize Thrun that much, but having played Thrun in other decks, I just know putting Deathtouch on Thrun will be just insane. And then Shieldred, I think is pretty good. So I think the deck feels quite nice. I think the only other thing that we could consider is maybe playing protection spells because we we have good quality creatures, and if we're able to protect them and have them stay in the battlefield longer, then our strategy seems very powerful. So I don't know if that means we go down fewer lands, maybe we don't need Thrun, and we just play stuff like Snakeskin Veil or Overprotect to kind of help out our early game here. But so far, we went 5-0, really felt like we were able to navigate those games quite well. So just happy with the way this budget deck ended up turning out. Um, yeah, so next week I'm gonna try something different. I have an idea in the Is It colors that I'd like to try, so tune in for that. Really appreciate you tuning in for this new series of mine. I really think budget deck building is just super fun. I really like to switch things up in Magic. I don't really care too much about rank and stuff like that. So all of these side quests of doing other things that we can do with our wild cards and the way we spend time in Magic just feels really good to me instead of just grinding out rank. So yeah, thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate you. Hit that like button, drop a comment. Would love your subscription. Please and thank you. Hey, nevertheless, just happy that you're here. So what else can I say but have a great day.